In 2016, LeBron's victory over the Warriors brought sweet satisfaction to Cavaliers fans as they secured a championship, but little did they know that that would stoke the flames of a burning desire within the hearts of the Warriors. And that fire would go on to consume the NBA for 2 consecutive years, leaving only a trail of destruction in its wake. Fast forward to 2023, LeBron James, alongside the formidable trio of Mark Davis, David Guthrie, and Scott Foster, did it again. The Warriors were eliminated in the playoffs, and while the Lakers fans rejoiced in their victory, they remained blissfully unaware of the cataclysmic force they just unleashed upon the league. The dominant fire that once burned bright in the offseason of 2016 is now resurfacing with a vengeance. And as the basketball world holds its breath in anticipation, the Warriors are once again poised to orchestrate one of the most colossal trades ever. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves. At present, the Warriors face 2 pressing challenges that demand their attention. First, they must address the chemistry issue between Draymond Green and Jordan Poole. It's a make-or-break situation. Either they rectify the issue or part ways with the Poole party. JJ Redick echoed this sentiment on First Take when he was presented with the question,
can the Warriors contend for a title, JJ, without Draymond on the roster?
Absolutely not. Draymond is so important to everything they do on both sides of the basketball.
So that's problem number 1. Secondly, the Warriors need to bolster their size. Relying solely on Kevon Looney to contend with the giants of the league, such as Anthony Davis and Nikola Jokic, is an immense burden. And while Draymond admirably steps in to defend centers, his 6'6" stature places him at a significant disadvantage. By acquiring additional size, the Warriors would not only provide Looney with much-needed rest, but it also grant Draymond the flexibility to guard opponents more effectively. The team's executives, led by Joe Lacob, are meticulously exploring the offseason landscape, analyzing potential trades and acquisitions, and with that being said, let's delve into some potential trade scenarios that would elevate the Warriors to new heights once again. The first option involves a Bradley Beal trade, with both Jordan Poole and Jonathan Kuminga heading to the Wizards, and this trade would actually benefit both parties. I mean, let's face it, the Wizards aren't going anywhere anytime soon. By acquiring JP3 and Kuminga, they'd get 2 young solid pieces to build around for the foreseeable future. For the Warriors, on the other hand, all issues regarding chemistry would be addressed, and they'd get another elite guard who could come in and consistently contribute 20 to 25 points on efficient shooting percentages. This would also fill the void of the non-Curry minutes. During the past few years, whenever Steph went to the bench, the scoring stopped. But if Beal was wearing a Warriors uniform, there would be a constant flow of offense, and man guys, the Warriors would be an offensive juggernaut. Some skeptics may argue that Beal is too small, which may pose a defensive challenge, and that with his salary, the Warriors would be limited in cap space for acquiring big men. Well, they got a point. Beal's contract ain't small, and he's not 7 foot tall, that's for sure. But come on, playing alongside Curry and Beal in Golden State, that's an irresistible opportunity that would attract numerous centers looking to showcase their skills and secure lucrative contracts, just like how DiVincenzo, Otto Porter, and Gary Payton II did. Honestly, the Warriors should look towards the recent All-NBA G League centers within the past 2 to 4 years and get workouts with them. If the Warriors could just add 2 of them, that would immediately address the team's size deficiencies, and with Beal on the team, man, this definitely ain't a team that anybody would want to see in the playoffs. The only downside to a Beal trade, however, is his contract. Including next year, he'd have 4 more years of his max contract with a player option in the last year, and that's a huge commitment, which is why this other trade is probably more desirable. I'm talking about a Damian Lillard acquisition. Let's face it, guys, just like the Wizards, Portland ain't going anywhere anytime soon. Dame time is also getting older, and I'm certain he doesn't want to stay for a rebuild. Now, the Warriors would still have to put up the same pieces, Jordan Poole and Kuminga, who'd give Portland another 2 young talented players they could build around, and for the Warriors, they'd get Dame Dalla. You know, in the league today, when it comes to point guards, it's Steph at number 1, Luka at number 2, then Dame time at number 3. Sheesh, guys. I can't even begin to imagine the type of fireworks the Bay Area would get on a nightly basis if the Chef shared the same court with Damian Lillard. I mean, for this guy's career, he's been averaging an impressive 25 points per game on exceptional shooting splits, which are just a hair shy of 50, 40, and 90. With the Warriors' unique offensive system, I'm sure that Lillard's efficiency would skyrocket considering the amount of open looks he'll get. Man, guys, if Lillard were on the Warriors, opposing teams would not get a second to rest. And just the thought of this duo would strike fear into the hearts of their opponents. The only downside to this trade for the Warriors is their lack of size. So if the Warriors were to pull this trade off, then getting a few solid bigs would be a must. Anyway, there is a different route to take. If the Warriors don't want to acquire a star guard, then they could acquire a star center. Bam Adebayo is the starting center for the Heat and played a pivotal role in both their finals runs in 2020 and 2023. At this point, however, it's clear that they can't go any further with the way they're presently constructed, and it just so happens that the Warriors may have one of the better packages out there. You see, Jordan Poole and Kuminga could be exactly what the Heat need. I mean, if Coach Spo could turn their undrafted players into diamonds, then just think about what he could turn Poole and Kuminga into. The Warriors, on the other hand, would secure a rim-running center with remarkable defensive capabilities. I mean, he's one of the few players in the league who could guard 1 through 5. Adebayo's double-double prowess would also greatly benefit the Warriors on both ends of the court, but with Poole's departure, however, the Warriors would be missing a high-scoring guard coming off the bench, but that's where Seth Curry comes in. Steph's younger brother is set to become a free agent in 2023, and picking him up would be extremely important if the Warriors acquire Bam. Another intriguing trade that's lurking in the background is a trade involving Zion Williamson. Recent reports suggest that the Pelicans aren't happy with their former number 1 pick. I mean, in 4 seasons, the man has only played 114 games, whereas someone like Kevon Looney, including the playoffs, has played in 280. Anyway, the trade package would be as follows: Jordan Poole, Kuminga, Patrick Baldwin Jr., and a first-round pick for the explosive talent of Zion Williamson. The Pelicans would get players who actually play, whereas the Warriors would get the 6'6" behemoth who's often been compared with the likes of Shaquille O'Neal. Man, guys, if this dude could stay healthy on the Warriors, this trade would put the Warriors over the top. I mean, while Zion's outside shooting may not be his forte, his ability to relentlessly attack the rim and draw multiple defenders would open up thousands of opportunities for the Splash Brothers to do what they do best. Imagining a lineup featuring Curry, Clay, Wiggins, Green, and Zion is nothing short of exhilarating, and while the Warriors' offense would look considerably different if Zion were there, I'm sure that Steve Kerr would find a way to make it work, and when it does, the Warriors' offensive dynamics would be revolutionized. And trust me when I say that nobody's going to want to see this team in the postseason. The last trade doesn't feature a bona fide superstar, but it's actually my favorite, and that's to trade Jordan Poole, Kuminga, PBJ, and a first-round pick for Lauri Markkanen and Kelly Olynyk. Let's face it, the Jazz aren't going anywhere with these two players, and the truth is they were actually on the rebuild, but Markkanen just accidentally became a star. With this trade, the Jazz would get young, talented pieces to rebuild alongside all the picks they got from the Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell trade, and in return, the Warriors would get 2 7-footers. Man, with this trade, the Warriors would completely solidify their front court. I mean, with a constant presence in the paint, the Warriors could exploit mismatches on offense while simultaneously creating defensive challenges for opponents. Markkanen is also an all-star bucket getter, so when Steph is on the bench, he could be the focal point of the Warriors' offense, ensuring a constant flow of points. And man, guys, this trade would put the Warriors completely over the top and would position them as the frontrunners for multiple championship runs. I mean, the Nuggets look pretty unstoppable at the moment with the way they plowed through the 2023 playoffs, but against a Warriors squad with Markkanen and Olynyk, even on paper, the Warriors would have to be the favorites if this trade happened. And my goodness, Draymond Green needs to go to a parking lot right now and make the call immediately. Anyway, which trades do you love? Let me know in the comments down below, then click this video next.